And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2. And we are also back with another replay from Total War League Season 7. This is game number 2 of the matchup between Parthia's Finest and the Devious Dingalings. This game, we have got Parthia's Finest defending and the Devious Dingalings attacking. Now, once again, this is game 2. So, in game 1, Parthia's Finest attacked this settlement while the Devious Dingalings defended. Parthia's Finest pulled that game out. So, it is up to the Devious Dingalings. They have to win this battle. They are in a... Basically, they got to win it. Otherwise, they're out. That's really their only chance of moving on in this tournament is winning this game. So we shall see how it goes. Really quick, let's look at the teams. So first of all, for the Devious Dingalings on attack, we have got Chimeria being commanded by Andrew02 and Arctic commanding Epirus. Now, for the defenders, we have Parthia's Finest, we have Aravaki being commanded by Kirky, and we have Pontus being commanded by J-Barbs. Now, pretty much the same attack as what we saw Parthia's Finest pull, and that is the attack on this corner right here. It is kind of a difficult corner for the defenders because you kind of have... You don't have great ability to hold this area. One, it takes quite a few units. And number two, there's really good archer positions on either side here. So we'll see if they have the same problems, the defenders, as the defenders did in the last game. Now remember, in this game, some of the rules, let's see. So for the melee infantry, so it is a max of 8. So a good example would be like Pontus, means they can't bring more than 8 Pontic swords, 4 archers and 1 peltist. And when I say archers, I'm talking about slingers or archers, and I think they include cav archers as well. But they are allowed to bring 1 extra peltist. So a good example right here, Chimeria. Chimeria has 4 of the Chimerian heavy archers, which if you don't know, are probably the best archer in the game, especially given the fact that they're not overly expensive either. But they also brought a really, really solid peltist unit called the Picked Peltist. This is actually kind of a special unit. So, Picked Peltists are the only peltist unit in the game that has the good armor. So you can see they have 65 armor there. And they have the 10 ammunition. So most of the time you either get one or the other. So you either get the 65 armor and 7 ammunition, or you get the lower armor, which I can't remember right off the top of my head, and the 10 ammunition. So a good example, you see you got the Pontic Peltist here, another pretty good Peltist, 65 armor, but you look at their ammunition, they only have 7. So that is what makes the Picked Peltist special. In most normal game modes, the Picked Peltist is pretty much wasted on Chimeria. Chimeria, you can bring the best archer in the game. So you're going to fill your 4. So, the normal rules for most games is 1, 2, 4. 1 artillery, 2 pikes, and 4 ranged. So, as Chimeria, you're 100% bringing 4 Chimerian heavy archers, which means that Picked Peltist is a bit wasted because you don't ever really get an opportunity to use it as Chimeria. The only other faction that gets it is Pergamon, so another good faction that fits a little bit better on. Pontus here, that Pontic Peltist is actually a pretty solid Peltist unit. Really the biggest main difference there is that difference in ammunition. Picked Peltist 41 and 80... 41 and 80, shots per minute 7, 7 as well, 10 ammo, so on and so forth. Weapon damage of the Picked Peltist is a little better though. Picked Peltist and the Pontic Peltist also do relatively well in combat, so. But anyways, on to some of the other rules. I believe, so you can see Empress brought one elephant. The rules typically are 2 elephants / chariots per team. So, you know, if Chimeria had a chariot, they could have brought a chariot, but they don't. So, same thing over here on Pontus. They could have brought, 2 chariots if they wanted to. I don't know if they did. Obviously, we are looking from the attacker's point of view, so we can't really see everything that's going on the defender's side of it. So leading off the attack, we got Young Axes, Italian Swordsmen, Illyrian Levies. Sorry, I tabbed out to make sure I'm recording because I made the mistake at one point, what was it, 2 days ago, where I didn't hit record while doing a recording and did the whole thing without it actually running, and I wasn't very happy about it. So I sure as hell made sure this time. Pontic Swords going in and charging. Got Young Axes counter-charging. Okay, they are readjusting that charge into the Young Axe. Young Axes are just... they're really cheap. They're like 190 gold or something like that. But man, the fact that they don't have Javelins really, really, really hurts. Javelins, if you don't know, Javelins are basically king in this game. Units that don't have Javelins are extremely underpowered in this game. Ballista 16 kills. But like I was saying, the fact of the matter is Javelins give you so many abilities to punish your adversaries, okay? So a good example is against things like cavalry. When cavalry comes charging in, if they know that the unit has Javelins, then that cavalry commander has to be a bit more conscientious of when and how they go into combat. It also means that after Cav charges in, Cav, you need to keep cycling them, right? You want to get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out. But that means as the cavalry is running away, Javelins can be thrown into their backs, killing a good chunk of them in the process. So units that don't have Javelins, it can be a bit rough. Now looking at the overall army matchups here. Sorry, I took a drink real quick. So on Aravaki's side, I think Aravaki is going to be probably the most interesting one to see here, because to be honest with the Aravaki, I think is a really good matchup against these two factions, okay? The Scutari infantry of Aravaki are some of the most cost-effective units in the game. For like 620 gold, they can take on a Thorax Sword, which is 710. They are a really solid unit. Like most Iberian units, they really don't like archer fire. But as you can see, most of the defender archers are all kind of pinned back here for the moment. They don't quite have the opportunity yet to go and flex over to the other side to be able to hit into this. So at the moment, Aravaki is actually in a really good situation to get engaged and actually have a good fight here. They are getting shot a little bit. And soon they're going to start switching over to the Scutari, I'm sure. Another Scutari moving forward. We also have Balearic Slingers. Faction-wise, I think the other one that might have a little bit of problems here is Pontus. I think Pontus might have some issues with some of the infantry from Epirus, at least, especially with the Samnite Warriors. Now, the big bonus to that is that Epirus can only bring a few of those Samnite Warriors, so it's not like they have to face 8 of them, you know. So the Pontic Swords are going to outnumber them, which can mean, in the end, they're basically going to have a 2-to-1 advantage on that mid-tier infantry front. Even though the Pontic Swords aren't as good, there's more of them. So it could be interesting to see how that plays out. Got Scythian Hoplites in here. 2 units there. Then a Chimerian Noble Infantry here. Chimerian Noble Infantry are kind of interesting. They have 41 melee attack, which is actually pretty solid for a Hoplite type unit. The biggest downfall to Chimerian Noble Infantry is that 80 armor for a Hoplite unit is not very good at all. So they really don't like getting shot or javied or stabbed or, I mean, pretty much anything, honestly. But really, like, you know, in a close-knit situation, so let's say there's a Chimera Noble Infantry set right here, and there was a slinger protecting its flank. The Chimera Noble Infantry would probably put up a pretty good fight right there, because it's a straight-on fight, right? And that does okay for them, but any sort of angles that the enemy can get on them is going to be very, very rough. You can see they're pretty much giving up this flank over here. They are still holding this one. But over here, it looks like they're really kind of more going for a defense back this way. Now, some may ask, why go for a defense like this instead of like a defense like this? Think about it this way. So if you set up, let's say they set up their defense just like that, right there. You're committing yourself to a one-on-one fight. That's not very good for you, right? Because that means that it's just you versus them, right? Straight up. Now, if you do a more crescent-y or even a triangle or a corner, whatever you want to call that, what you open... Whoa, calm down there. Sorry about that. When you do something like this, what you open up is the ability to get back shots into the enemy. That is why you typically want to hold more of a position like this, or in that form, then typically you want to just, you know, depending on the situation, setting up like this is fine, but like back here, what we'll probably see is going to be something like this. Got Pontic General set right in the middle here. We've got some Scutari in loose formation. We also have the Pontic Eastern Scorpion. Slingers. Here comes the Iberian Scorpion. Here we go. Tiny Scutari going in on the Italian swords. 144 kills on that Scutari, by the way. We also have Chimera pushing tortoises over this direction. I like this call because it basically just forces the defenders to step back further and further and further. So right now it looks like this guy's going here. This one's not really moving at the moment. Still have multiple units sitting back this way. We've got Thorough Spears. We've got the Royal Peltis General. We have the Elephants. A lot of stuff still standing outside. They're still kind of in a pretty compact area, right? They don't have a whole lot of room to set up, especially when you think about the fact that they've got two Scorpions looking right down the gun at them. Stop! Right now, they're just kind of setting up. Here we go. Archers now pushing over to the right. 28 kills, 49 kills. Picked Pelt is 0, and then the other two archers 0. Good shot. They are setting up right on this angle here to get those Balearic Slingers off the wall. And as you can see, the wall can be a little bit glitchy with the pathing, so the Balearic's kind of having a little bit of problem. He's trying to get him off, I think, this direction, but they're having a little bit of trouble. So instead, I thought the torso was coming here. They are pushing a little bit further. I like this call. And it looks like this one may even come a little bit further even. Once again, the more you open up kind of closer or behind the defensive lines, the harder it is to kind of keep this position open. Or defended, I guess I should say. Poor Iberian Sword went charging in and just got jabbied into obliteration. Chimera now is advancing this direction. See, the slingers, a lot of the slinger power is set up over in this position. We also have the Pontic Peltis, excuse me. Pretty sure Pontus went all Pontic Peltis. I don't think he brought any archers, which means there's Wow, I cannot talk. It means that there are no archers on the defender's side in this battle. And we have 7 of the best archers on the attacker's side. That could be rough for the defenders. Especially, they have 2 different factions that really struggle with armor. You know, both of them have pretty mediocre armor, 75 armor, and then the Skutari have 60. Now, one big thing about this area here, the big benefit is it's flat and it's open. So that means they can bring their scorpions to bear, so you can see both of them set up. But not only that, they can also bring all the slingers of Aravaki to bear. Now look at this, big push. All of a sudden, a lot of troops move in this direction. You have a couple units engaging in the center. Well, the only thing that's really going to happen is they're just going to get overwhelmed. They didn't send enough things out here to push that attack, and honestly, I don't think they actually mean to. Got an engagement. Scythian hoplites hitting here. They should probably put another Scythian over here to shut that up. Here comes the tortoise. Also have Pontic Peltis moving up. There's that archer power. Chimerian heavy archers shooting at the Skutari. Unfortunately, the defenders at the moment don't have a very good answer to that. So Skutari just getting just wasted. More Skutari moving up. This area here is a little bit better for the defenders. These archers can't quite reach over here. Or if they can reach, it's not a very good shot. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty quiet. I don't think that the attackers are going to push this area, really. Aravaki pulling off of the Scythian hoplites, so now Javi galore going into those Scythian hoplites. Chimeri noble infantry have engaged over here, taking the other Scythian and bringing it over this way. Skutari 67 kills. Now a lot of fire coming in. Cretan Archer is shooting into the Pontic Peltis there. The Chimerians might have switched over to this area that I was talking about.
Stop. Halt now. Advance at speed.
Okay, so both walls down. I'm not particularly sure why they broke this wall. I don't know that it was that beneficial. I guess they're going to bring in troops through this location. I almost wonder, though, if it would have been better to just blow down one of these walls. This wall might glitch, so maybe not that one. Chimerian noble infantry 62 kills. Scythians 46. It's 34. The Pontic general already in combat. Look at that. Don't usually see the general get in combat that quickly. He is getting shot up by some thorough spears. And the Chimerian heavy archers. 89 kills and 91 kills. Look at all these archers. And they're focusing down the Skutari of Aravaki. This area here is one of those places that's not as feasible for Aravaki. This place here works really well for them, but this one doesn't because they can't bring their slingers to bear over here. These archers can just kind of shoot wherever they want to, but the slingers can't stop them. So Aravaki is kind of in an awkward position because they can't do a whole lot about those archers. It is very tough. Are you going to charge into this death trap? More and more units shifting this direction. Noble fighters. So not only was the Pontic general in combat, but now the Aravaki general's in combat. Noble fighter gen, 30 kills. The Chimerian noble infantry has no chance. 82 kills on him, 39 kills on the noble fighter. Pontic Peltis laying into him. Remember that 80 armor. Now swapping out for some Pontic swords. Might even get, I don't know, maybe the Scutari jabbies into this. Noble Fighter trying to, basically just trying to get away from those archers, I'm pretty sure. Balearic Slinger's getting shot by the Cretans. Got the Scorpion here, 66 kills. And he is still shooting. Ha, the horses are usually in charge. That's what that guy just said.
Fire on the enemy!
Still a couple, what do we got? 3 units of Chimerian Noble Infantry still sitting back here. Cretan, or the Chimerians, excuse me, shooting into... Assuming it looks like the Pontics. They do not seem at all interested in going here yet.
Yes, Commander. Double time.
Yeah, those archers just keep pushing forward, pushing forward. Aravaki just doesn't seem to know where to go at this point. Everywhere he goes, he gets shot. Scutari just standing back here, minding their own business, get shot. Scutari over here, just kind of chilling, get shot. Scutari on the wall, or over here in Stewards, on the wall, just like, you know, looking out, getting a good view of the farmland out there, get shot.
Double time.
Shooting everything. Sam Knight Warriors countercharging the Scutari. And now they're going to swap out for a Chimerian Noble Infantry. Got a bunch of slingers and stuff on the move. Looks like they're going to begin maybe filtering units over this way to help in this defense. Do not go quietly, my brothers. Got that rust red of Scutari versus the blue and orange of Chimeria. Noble Infantry 29 kills, Scutari 84. The Iberian swords went forward a little bit to try and throw down, but they were getting lit up
Yes, Commander.
from like 2 directions here. Here we go. Oh, nope, never mind. Throw Spear just about went in there and then, I guess, realized it was a terrible idea. I don't know why this unit just disappeared. There's a unit right there that should be able to see it. And look at that. They have fully committed over here. Now, what could be really interesting is, I think it'd be really interesting if we see a collapse on this. They have basically put themselves in a position where that's it, right here. This is their position. Could be interesting to possibly see a defender attack. Probably be a little bit later on because there's still plenty of reserves. So you would probably want to wait until a bit more is committed into this before you try. But I do think that could be interesting. Pontic General, once again, taking front lines. Oh, this unit has no idea what he wants to do. But they do have a, what is it? Okay, Chimerian Noble Infantry coming in. Couldn't tell at first if it was a Scythian or not.
Understood. Yes, Commander.
Then Sam Knight Warriors pushing forward. Another Chimerian Noble Infantry pushing forward.
Quick march. Formation.
There's those damn archers again. It's the hardest part about playing a faction like Aravaki is when you're getting shot, there's nothing you can do about it. And there's nothing fun when your hands are tied. Well, maybe some things, but you know what I'm saying.
Double time.
Over here, just kind of chilling. The defenders have, or the attackers have fallen back off of that. They seem more interested in this center area at the moment. Wonder if after they kind of finish this off, if we'll see an attack from here. You know, what interestingly might have been kind of useful is maybe some heavy cav for the attackers here. Because neither of these factions are going to be great against it. Pontus does have shield walls, so that helps, but Aravaki would struggle against a heavy cav charge. Just one heavy cav could have been really kind of interesting to see how it could have played in this map against these factions. Still got 4 units outside, got our elephants outside. Still nothing anymore over here. Skutari 55 kills, Sam Knight's 35, 75 on the Chimerian Noble Infantry here. Here's our kill box. So typically what this means is you need at least 2 units to hit each side. They could even maybe try and push down right through the weak spot there. But then it doesn't hurt to have, you know, a thorough spear or something here to throw at things behind the lines. All of Chimera's archers in one spot, 84, 94, 111, 123. Picked Peltis untouched. Cretan archers untouched. Except for this one, 122 kills. So looks like over here there's just, I don't know, what, 3 or 4 units of Pontus it looked like? Could be some we didn't see, but
By your command.
they don't seem interested in going anywhere. Eventually they're going to have to go somewhere. Got the Iberian Scorpion over here. I think the Pontic, oh, there it is, right here. Pontic Scorpion, 93 kills.
And the double. As you command.
Maybe a push. Like I said earlier, Sam Knights are going that direction. More commands have been given going that direction. Maybe all of this was a feint, and what they wanted to do was drag away units from there. But then this is the real attack, possibly. Right now, it's hard to say. There's only 2 units of Sam Knights going, but maybe all of this is going too, possibly. The elephants are there too. Still have, let's see, Thorough Spears, Pontics, Small Pontics, Skutari. So enough to defend for a little while, but it will probably require some reinforcements. Iberian Scorpion, 101 kills. And they're still going, man. They're still at it. Looks like Pontus lost his, though. It was just the crew. Where was his ballistas? The hell? Where'd they go? It's odd. I don't know where his ballista or his scorpions went. Yeah, here we go. Now Iberian swords, it's a Pontics going over. little early with the Samnites, I'd say. I'd bring these guys a bit closer first. Though he did stop, so that's good. They're going to have to be careful because it might be a possibility that the Chimerian heavy archers might be able to reach this. It's hard to say. This building might be tall enough that it may not allow them to shoot, though. Chimeria seems far more interested in anything in rust red.
Quick march! Quick march!
I'll be honest with you, it's probably the right call, though, because Aravaki's really the only faction on the field right now that in a stand-up fight is really dangerous against them. Pontus is there, it's okay, but it's really not the greatest faction. Pontic swords really just don't hold up very well. They're very squishy. And they don't pack the punch that the Aravaki troops do, so Aravaki in a stand-up fight is going to do really good work, but if you shoot them, they don't. Countercharge. So tell me in the comment section, how do you guys feel about the Total War Pharaoh announcement? For me, I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I still find it a little hard to have a whole lot of faith when so many things have come out that are just, in my opinion, not the greatest. I'm happy that it apparently is a historical title. Doesn't seem like they plan on making all these wacky, weird things happen. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. That's the best way I can put it. I'm intrigued. I want it to be good. I so badly want it to be good. I don't want just a Troy expansion. Oh my god. Did you see that? Chimerian Noble Infantry just got annihilated. Jeez and crackers. I don't really get... I don't think Epirus really has what he needs to break this. You know, he's got a couple Samnites here. Well, no, one Samnite. And he's half strength. Everything else, it's Thorough Spear, Thorough Spear, Thorough Spear, Elephant, Archer, Archer. Royal Peltis, General's over here. Yeah, I don't know, man. Where did the General go? Right here. 115 out of 160. Still doing pretty good. I bet you Chimeria is probably out. No, he's still shooting. Jeez and crackers. 169, 173. God, that's what happens when you face a faction like Aravaki with the best archer in the game. You get lots of kills. He's even throwing one in now. Where did the picked Peltis go?
Yes, Commander.
Elephants are in. And getting annihilated. That's why I don't like the unarmored elephants. Because when they get javied, they just disappear. And there's really nothing they can do about it. You can see their rampage, and they only have 48 kills. He gets a hold of them just in time before they rampage into his own general. He did get into some thorough spears, but as you can see, That's it. No luck for that elephant. These archers only have 4 kills. Cretans seem to be out of ammo. Royal Peltis now moving to join the fray. Probably a little too late. Chimera is basically fully engaged on this flank. Noble Fighters 147 kills. Chimerian General with 7. 61 on the other Noble Infantry. Pontic Peltis behind the line, just jabbing into the mosh pit there. Royal Peltis Generals throwing just at thorough spears. There's really only a couple units here, so as you can see, we're going to see kind of a wraparound probably. They'll probably send this unit to go shut up the archers. Royal Peltis now advancing. Now he stops. You're not just going to jab him in his face, are you? No, you're going to run away. Okay, I guess. All right, wrap around and finish this guy off. Uh-oh, Noble Fighter getting in behind. That's bad. That's really bad.
As you command! As you command! Break the line!
We got a battle rhythm. Whatever you got, headhunt. He might have already used it. Chimeria's General is just in the worst possible position. Look at all this. Surrounded, getting shot in the back. Noble Fighter. Noble Fighter's probably going to have to turn, though. Army losses is now kicking in, though. There's the counter charge. Noble Fighter, 220 kills and 2 chevrons. Royal Peltis, he goes, use the whip. He goes battle rhythm. 136 men and he's wavering. Wow. Wow. Breaks 123 men. That's extremely, extremely rough. See all the flags in the background wavering. So he's broken, not shattered. That should be it right there. Just this one unit. All right, and that is going to be it. So Parthia's finest going 2-0 here, unfortunately knocking out the Devious Dingalings. Let's start off with the Dingalings here. We've got Andrew 0-2, but with Chimera 1260. Just outmatched, man. Like, all of that infantry just, it can't hold up against some of the better infantry, especially with getting side shots and stuff. Arctic, as Epirus was 1470. His archers did really, really well. Samnites did pretty solid. For Parthia's finest, we've got J Barbs as Pontus with 1874. 225 on a Pontic sword is pretty damn good. 192 with 2 chevrons is even better. Pontic Peltis, I mean, you could see that some of these almost guaranteed had ammo left. Kirky as Aravaki was 1782. You know, I honestly thought Aravaki was going to do... I thought he was going to have the most kills here. But in all reality, like, with all that archer power on the other side of things, Aravaki really got shot up a lot. He did get 256 on his Noble Fighter Gen with 2 chevrons. So, but that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. And thank you so much for joining, especially for this tourney battle for Total War League Season 7. Keep your eyes peeled because Season 8 will be coming soon. So keep an eye out for that. All that stuff's going to be coming around real fast, and we'll be looking forward to it. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much. And if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.